Howdy guys, I'm sorry. Now I'm getting this to work. I'm trying to get the stuff to work. Telescale, don't use that anymore. Turn everything off because people are trying to control my computer and being jerks. You know, don't know who they are. All right, I'm doing this is RC Cars, Planes, and Drones. This is with Michael. I am trying to do me a um, doing a doing some video of me playing with my RC Cars and Planes and Drones. Um, I do have a there's some software you can buy here on Amazon. You can also, if you want, you can buy controllers like this on Amazon and then retrofit them to work with these. You'd have to use a USB adapter to make them work with the controller to use the controller to control an RC car, plane, or drone. Some drones, some of these real expensive ones do work right out of the box. Um, um, it, I think this is anyway, but I use RF. RF flight. Yeah, RF real flight. Check this out. It's real flight evolution. Their controller, and there's also a game included for $1.99. You can get this on Amazon. And I'm live on RC Cars and Planes. I'm trying to get live on Facebook, but my Facebook Connect stream is down. I don't know why my stream on Facebook is down. I'll try to connect again here in a bit, but looks like people are just giving me crap like usual. And let's get the URL. Okay. All right, that's for that product, and this is for this game. It teaches you how to fly this plane, these different planes, and it allows you to use this controller. And there's a little video that shows you what it does. It's $1.99. I bought it for myself, and I was going to buy another copy for my brother because he used to have an RC car, not an RC car, but he had 3 or 4 planes, and then he had a helicopter. And we used to go to my dad's office and fly the helicopter, and he'd always crash it. Anyway, so this is where he could learn to fly it and then become proficient at flying the darn thing. I always thought it was funny, and then I went and worked for a guy in Colorado, and he had a big collection of RC cars and planes, mostly planes. He went and fixed people's restaurants and also fixed other things around the way. And he had a big collection of planes. And I talked to him, and I worked for him for a little while. And it was even kind of I drove some really big equipment that was scary because I was very medicated doing it. I'm glad no one died. I'm glad that I was able to do what he asked me to do. But it's now I now live in Rancho Santa Margarita, so I'm not doing that anymore. And he used to fix lights and stuff like that. He'd fix lights all around. He'd also fix people. He would go into restaurants and clean restaurants, and he'd also go into restaurants and possibly fix the machinery in the restaurant. And let's say if a grill went out, he'd fix that, or he could fix cars too, but mostly just only what I saw him fix was he went to some of the major brands, restaurants, and diners, and went in and actually fixed their equipment. Anyway, he was an awesome guy. He did have a big collection. I do have another friend that has a drone channel. He uses his drone to play these games. His controller. He sent me a picture of it. He lives in Amarillo, Texas. His name's Michael Wilhelm. He lost his wife due to a brain bleed. and she was married. He's happily married for more than 14 years, and he's an amazing man. He actually had open heart surgery, and had massaged his heart and did some other stuff. It was amazing. He should be dead, and I would be dead if I was. I would choose to be dead so I could be with my wife. But he somehow chose to stay alive, and so his wife is passed, and he also does computers and other technology stuff. I think he has network still. I don't know if he does that or not. I knew him from when we used to play LAN party games, and I went and hanged out at LAN parties, and we sometimes would meet at the CPU because he knew the guy at the CPU and did some work in his networks. And he, the guy at the CPU was a cool pretty cool guy, and he let us play games. But one time we went out to eat, and it was me, him, and their Michael, and their guy, and we all ate at this one restaurant, and they're asking our names, and we're all saying, the one guy said Michael, and then the lady asked another one said Michael, and she said, your name must be Michael. She liked this black guy, and he said, no, my name's Sammy. And then they pointed at me, and I said, yeah, my name's Michael too. Anyway, we're just all kind of friends back in the day. This is the Spectrum 20DX controller. You can also use this possibly for this game or this program. But you can also get other games on Steam. I don't know if they have them on Luna. And I don't know if there's a way to connect these games to Luna through the USB connection. Because right now, cloud gaming does not allow any USB access. They mostly require wireless type controllers. If you use Amazon Luna or NVIDIA Now or other devices, Xbox Live, I was trying to get Xbox Live to allow cloud gaming for sim racing and USB controllers and flight equipment. Never has happened. It's on my Hubi if you want to see it. This is the Spectrum 2 wireless RC USB similar drone. This is where you can interface. You can connect this into your computer, and it lets your wireless flight controller control your computer. Okay, I guess I'm not showing video of it, so let me show you video of it. All right, this is the controller that I said before. This is the REALFLIGHT that I showed you before. This is the 20 controller that I showed you before. These are all the links that are currently on my stream. It's going live. It's on RC Cars, Planes, and Drones. It doesn't say Michael with Michael, but I should say with Michael. Unfortunately, I use this stream program from SoraU. I can use Restream, but unfortunately, RealStream is. I tried to use them, and my video would go to different channels. It would go to one channel that wasn't supposed to go to. So I stopped using Restream, and I had to use this plugin that is a multiple output plugin that this guy created. And that's through OBS. That way I can send it to Facebook and also send it to my Google Live YouTube channel. Or this goes to RC Cars and Planes Drones channel. This is Space's box currently with all my videos. This is my translation saying to use this device if you want to change it to different languages. And then I do have my where I offer to do tech services and stuff, and would like to give you best customer service. And this is my link for my to give to get you to hardware donation partnership. But anyway, and then this is press and media, and it also has my information on my Orange County Sheriff case number and number of my video. What happened with my computer with my car being vandalized, and then partners requests, and then it has all these are my channels. Spaces box, and it goes down to playing Steam Deck, PlayStation, MJG, and then these are my websites. And then I also have another YouTube channel Anyway, these are all stuff I've done. I got this donation, and then these are the videos from that donation. I got this donation, and this is the video from that donation. I got this donation, and this is the videos from that donation. And then I got this donation, and these are the videos from that donation. And this is me using a Phantom printer and doing support for it, and replacing the toner, and having this is one of my bigger videos on spacesbox.com. And I made like $25 with affiliate income through or more, and made probably more for Amazon than I did for me on this video. And then the services, why choose us, testimonials, let me help you with your technology needs, about company website, YouTube channels, audience, contact information, and all other information. I do have Spacesbox LLCs on here. Spacesbox LLC is my LLC. It does have, these are some videos from it, my advertising. And this is, I talked to this guy on the open, asked him if he could do an interview, and he sells honey. And then this is this guy with D1 Sports, and they were selling D1 Sports. That's a local D1 Sports here in Rancho San Margarita. They're right beside the library, not the library, but the post office. And then this is the man who sells free phones. And I was making sure the phones were able to accept different media types. So you can put the phone, a 64 gig cartridge in a phone, and that way you can have 64 gigs for music, or maybe 256. I tried the 256, so I could have 256 gigs added to a 64 gig phone, so you can have a lot of music from your Apple or iTunes or whatever you use as your music. And this is just me saying I do social media advertising. I do have my sales ad, what's a little bit different. Then I do have my newsletter. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, all you have to do is put your email in and subscribe. If you want to check out my blog, I do have a blog with news, latest news, sports trips, CS coverage, financial Q, multimedia pictures, reviews, videos, press releases, and podcasts. Now, I do have most of my most current stuff is on Hubi, unfortunately, so you'd have to look at Hubi. But Hubi possibly has malware, so beware if it does have malware. You may want to go to just double check it. Use a browser what you can trust. The malware, it doesn't. I don't think it has malware. I think it's just saying that because it's freedom of press. Because it's being blocked because of freedom of press. Because I have stuff on there related to this letter to the Republican Party. It's working under January 6th thing here, and Trump's mad at me, and other people are mad at me. And if you want to look at my book, you can look at my book. You can also, if you have a dream and some kind of thing, you might check that out. You can check out my services, check out my home. If you want to give back, you can do that. You can contact me through email. You can donate to me. Physical donations like physical hardware, software, gaming stuff. Request for sim racing. This is actually a chat bot also, and it is a request for sim racing equipment and cloud gaming support for sim racing and flight equipment. If you look at this, it's done in 8 different chatbots, and this is Patreon membership, and this is donate via PayPal. This is Steam. This is the products that this game goes on. You can buy the game directly from Steam if you want. If you go in the store and buy it. You can also buy other games. I have other games that I can use to control use this controller. The other games are I can use this flight controller to fly this game Freerider. I can use it to use FF SkyDrive. I can use it for liftoff, and I can use it for RF. I can't use it for. I can use a regular flight controller for this War Thunder and this Ace Combat. I got this Ace Combat and War Thunder so I could let my girlfriend fly. She never showed up because, unfortunately, I think my family got killed. Anyway, I don't know if they did or not, but life goes on. There's also, if you have a Steam USB controller, you can connect Locksmith or Rocksmith Remastered to your computer and play your guitar and learn how to play the guitar using these two items. These two programs you can get off of Steam. You can also get the cable through Amazon. There's also, if you go to the store page, they do have the new stuff coming about, the new hardware that they're selling with Steam. They do offer great on deck, great remote play, VR tiles, and cordless and cooperative, but they do offer hardware. They have the Steam Deck. I bought a Steam Deck and I modified it and had Windows and like 4 different OSs on it, and it was the Steam Deck. I can show it to you if you want, but they do have now these devices that are coming out. They're coming out 2026. It's the Steam controller, the Steam machine, and the Steam frame. There is a device with the frame, similar to the Steam machine by Frameworks. It does about the same thing. I'm thinking it's going to cost about the same because the Steam machine, I think, is going to cost around $1,000, and this device from Framework is about $1,000. There's also, you can possibly go through Apple and get something also. But the only problem is Apple doesn't support a lot of gaming. So Apple, I can't recommend Apple because they're not into gaming. They do have gaming for Apple devices. They don't have it for Intel or for, and they do it through virtualization. And it's pretty slow. But they did come out with some stuff for this Steam frame that is a hardware emulation for doing stuff on the frame through emulation to allow Intel instruction set to be used on a that type of processor that's in the Steam frame and also in the Apple product. So I was hoping Steam and Apple would work together and use this so they can integrate Steam into both devices, or all 3 devices. Yeah. Anyway, this is a game I'd love to play. I said, of course, the Evo. I need to get my sim racing equipment going again. But there's also a set, of course, a rally that I'd love to play. Looks like it's having to do an update to get this game going. So it's going to be a couple of minutes. So we'll go back and look at the other stuff. Or I can just turn the camera back on. We'll do that. Okay. Hey, I do have, this is the camera I'm currently using is a 360 link camera. I did see it on J2Sense. I did see it also on the, I originally saw it on J2Sense, and then I saw it on Linus Tech Tips, or I saw it on Linus Tech Tips, and then I saw it on J2Sense. It's a cool little camera. It cost like $300 or $200 at the time. It's AI based. I bought it from Link. I did see them at CES 2026 and 2025. I did try to ask them if they'd send me something, but they never did. they have great stuff. I need to send them a request and see if maybe they'll be interested in helping me. Maybe they won't. But it is a cool little camera. You can tell it to do different things. Like if I put my hands out, it will. Oh. Whee! Anyway, since it's AI based, it also does some other neat stuff. You can tell it just tilt down and look at your desk. It'll also do if you have a thing behind you, you're trying to instruct a class and you want to do something with a class, it has stuff to do that. It was actually pretty cool. I got it. I spent upgraded some stuff. When I was going back to college, getting my bachelor's degree, I went and spent like $2,000 on $3,000 on myself. I bought a Steam Deck. I bought a brand new computer. I ended up giving my old computer and upgrade the keyboard and battery and gave it to my sister. Then I upgraded my laptop. Got this controller and software so I could play these games, and also I got some other stuff. And I recently did spend some money. I took a loan out from a different company to buy my computer, and I had problems with it because I was using old equipment, and I took it into the place. I bought the equipment from Amazon, but I did get a bundle. The processor and motherboard were MSI board and the AMD Socket 5. They were from Computer Center or Micro Center. And Micro Center, I took my stuff in and they paid me. They charged me $80 to do a diagnosis, and then they told me my power supply and my SSD is bad. So after I replaced them, I could get the machine up and running. I've been running it since. It's my main machine. I do need to possibly I do have a better cooler on it than I currently have. I do have this other cooler from Power Cooler that I need to test still. So I need to test out the Aquanauts, or the better cooler that I have on it, and see the thermals on it, and then test it with this Power Cooler and see what's there a difference in thermals between paying $100 for a cooler, and I think this one's like $30. And this $30 one was a donation. Looks like they got the update done. Let's start the game. Oh. All right. It does let you have the REALFLIGHT Evolution. It does do you can launch this in the Steam VR mode, where you can use Steam VR. So you can hook it up to like an Apple device and use Steam VR. You can also use it with Steam VR on other Steam VR devices. There's like 8 or 9 different devices. There's one in Japan that I really like. I saw it at CES. It allows you to actually control your Doppler level. So if you have glasses, you don't even have to. You can just change their Doppler and be able to see it in focus. I thought it was awesome. I sent them a request. They didn't send me anything back, but I did request other stuff. There is I do have my brother was nice enough to buy me a headset. This for what is the Oculus VR headset, and it goes really slow. My computer does not have enough processing with my video card. It's an 8 gig card, and it uses a 370, and it uses a socket 5 AMB board that is I think it's a 12 core maybe. Anyway, it doesn't have enough performance to do the VR stuff. When I purchased all this stuff, I was hoping it would have and I thought it would have the performance, but it just does not. Using the Quest headset, the Quest headset, the performance just drops so much. When you connect it through a USB-C, it just doesn't work. Quest headset has its own software. If you do it through them, it's great. If you use it through like cloud gaming, it's possibly you wouldn't have this issue. And that's why I wanted to do cloud gaming, because there is cloud gaming on the headset from Microsoft. Let's start the game up. I'm going to switch to another channel. This is actually, I basically live off my money and my donations request, my Patreon stuff. Please donate to me. And my business card. And the similar. This is a Hi, this is Michael with spacesbox.com. I've been volunteering. Hey, this is Michael Gouldy with spacesbox.com and from CS 2026 reporter. Check out my Oh, that's the problem. I just realized I went through all those and I made sure nothing's working on my sound. Or somebody's screwing with me, and most likely somebody's just screwing with me. Okay. All right, it should work now. I was going to say we have this over here. What's this is a sponsorship or PayPal donation. Become a new Patreon membership or gift in kind. And then we do have please become a sponsor or a supporter. There is the this is a link for a phone service I was using for my test phone. It's affiliate offer. There's El Marici Treasures if you want sea glass and jewelry. This is michaelgouldy.com. That's my new linking site. Need to redo that. I do have this right now. It shows you if you do your phone and you go to these are my PayPal, Patreon, and that membership. And then I have just goes live on YouTube and Facebook. And this is me. And these are my links. And these are spacesbox.com. My thing at Salvation Army outgoing program. The outgoing program was the non-drug rehabilitation program. It's just going out to work. I worked at Office Best Buy and Office Depot. I was never in the drug program. I was always in the outgoing program. This is Mike Gouldy, my Patreon. This is my business cards again. This is charities I hope you support. If you want to support a military charity, there's ones on here. There's charities for children on here. There's homeless ministry charities, and there's food ministry charities. There's the my Hoobie. There's my drone again. This is Michael Gouldy with spacesbox.com and from CS 2026 reporter. Check out my CS 2026 record footage. And this is my T-shirt. Hi, this is Michael with spacesbox.com. I've been volunteering at the Swana Catholic Church pantry. Looks like it's crashed for a second. Might have to restart it. We can look at stuff on Trump stuff if you want. I'm all okay with that. His bio on Wikipedia is really interesting. Has anybody seen that? You know, that's another thing I could put on January 6th is Wikipedia articles about Donald J. Trump. These are some things. These are different things I have for some ROMs and other things, but flight controller stuff. If I want to use this controller, I can use it to FF SkyDrive, FreeDrive. We can also do liftoff, and we can also do this RF flight. We'll try it again. We'll kill it, and then we'll start it again. And let's check my audio. It's set to my speakers on my headset. I can't find my headset, so I don't know why it's set there. This is set at the right channel. And using the controller, you can turn this thing around and if you want to, you can land it or glide it in or turn it around. Or we can explain other things about this game. We can go free flight, where you control it. There's training, where you can actually learn to fly different devices. There's challenges. There's multiplayer. There's real flight. My real flight. There's settings, help, about, etc. You play real flight. Then you can go to airport. Just change the airport to somewhere else. Just do it on an aircraft carrier. Just change the do flight. Now we're on the aircraft carrier. Well, let's say we want to change something else. We go in here, play free flight. Let's say we want to change the aircraft carrier. Right now we're at because we're playing the professional version of this game, the $100 version versus the $69 student version. You can do butter planes or helicopters. And there's even a boat in here, but I've flown before. And you can also change the environment, so you can add wind, you can add view environment, you can change the wind, the location of the wind, location of the lighting, all that type of stuff. And it should have a sound, but I don't know why my sound's not working right now. Maybe it's hooked up. I'm using this little speaker right now. I got free, or I got as a gift from one of my sisters or something. It should be working fine with it. So let's maybe check and see if I can change the sound to somewhere else. I used to use always my speakers on my headset, but somebody took my headset. It's not here in my room. I don't know who has it. Don't know where it's at. No, I think somebody stole it. So, and it still says it's connected, so I don't know who's connecting it to my computer. It's a Bluetooth. based connection. That's not, I can't use that anymore. So I guess we're gonna have to do the cable audio. It's hooked up, and well, let's see if maybe maybe the volume's turned down. Nope, the volume's up. Let's check the properties on. Yeah, it says it's on the right level. There might be a different settings that I'm missing. Anyway, but this let's go here. Let's see if I apply the plane. Now, there's different things you can do. There's different things in controlling a helicopter with this controller. There's things up here, different buttons on here. There's all these different buttons. One will start the engine, like this H key. Will turn the engine on or not. There's the 0 key. There's H, G, B, HGB. And then there's a connector cable on the back of it. There's also a button to turn things on and off over here. And there's a reset button. So if you crash it, you can just push reset and it resets the whole thing. Then you have a controller, one to control that. And then this is for the throttle and left and right. And then it does have the light saying it's online. All right. Let's see if I'm trying to figure out why my audio is not working. Maybe it's in settings. Yeah. Audio. I'm trying to see if it says voiceover, walking sounds, different things you can do here. Aircraft sounds. I'm trying to figure out where the audio is so you can hear the actual stuff. Don't know why it's not working. Looks like we are transmitting. And I believe I'm transmitting correctly. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can control this helicopter or not. One button will turn on the one will engage the propeller blue. If you turn this on, it should turn it on the propeller. And if you crash it, it's okay. Instead of spending $200 on this helicopter, you just push reset. Now, the next thing you can do, you can fly again. You can turn it on. It will enable and Anyway, we'll try to fly the helicopter again. It's hard to fly a helicopter. That's why I was going to get this for my brother, because I wanted to learn how to fly it, so I can maybe say I can fly your helicopter. But I wanted to buy this for my brother. It would cost me $200. He did take me in for a year and a half with his wife. They were really generous and nice. Before I came out to friendship and became homeless in the friendship a homeless program for 6 months. Then I became in this program. I applied for disability and got disability, and now I'm disabled. But I may be something more. I may be a diplomat, and I am pressed with CES 2026, 2025, and now possibly with TCA in Taiwan. Oh, I was going to land on the Harrier. Damn it. That didn't work. Let's try landing on the Harrier again. Oh, wrong way. Ooh. Oh, right. You can also check me out since this is on Michael Gooley Live, you can also check me out on Facebook. You can also check this channel out on RC Cars, Planes, and Drones. You can also, oops, that didn't work. RC Cars and Planes and Drones. I have 13 different channels on Hubi, Michael Gooley. I have a 14th that I am not listed, but I do have a video on related to my car issues. Okay, I can land. Anyway, it's a fun little game to play. I don't know why my audio issues are occurring right now. With there should be game sounds that should be playing. Right now, I don't know what happened to my headset. Somebody took it out of my room, it looks like, and somebody has been able to take other things out of my room, like my keys. And I've asked my apartment, the people at Friendship, to get me new keys, new and other stuff. I've sent emails, and I've also written people. I don't know if Friendship has issues or if Donald J. Trump is asking Friendship not to allow me to change my keys because I'm a diplomat. Because he wants to be able to go in my room and take anything he wants. He kind of embezzles all my money. And I don't know if it's Donald J. Trump, but the guy that sounds like and looks like him in my head, and when I talk to him, and I think he's an imp. And if you know what imps are, that's what they are. We were taken over by the imps in the 1960s. Then recently, I was with this other organization that freed the world, and now we're controlled by a democratic controlled world where our souls basically are right now controlling most of the world. These are people that have already passed on and dead, and these are people that are our ancestors, and ourselves. There are some people that are alive but aren't in the group. I was the first world president. We have multiple worlds, not just this world, but multiple worlds we connect to, and we also connect to different things. We also have, other than different worlds, we also have two different dimensions. We have the living dimension, where you have the physical people, like myself, and then we have the deceased, or the in your dream world dimension, where the people in that world, that dimension, are protecting our world right now. But we do have physical ships up in space right now also from different worlds that came here to support us. And we were controlled by the imps. We were their slaves. They did have slaves. And we have a constitution in the United States. It's the Bill of Rights. We fought a big war when we were all in 1860 to 1864. And during that war, we fought a war to end slavery. We also had a president that got assassinated. He was, big person in our world. He has things all over the world. His name was Abe Lincoln. I wrote a big article for him about when I was going through school at the University of North Texas. He had a humble beginning, and he went through being working at his local state level, and then he got to national level, and then he became president. He wasn't really supposed to become president, but he became president. Anyway, it's whatever you want. I have a lot of other things that are assigned to me because I am who I am. But I am press. I am a politician, and I represent some other parties. So I might have a fourth thing. I may also have EU membership because I was a foreign exchange student in the EU when little island called Åland was its own nation, was becoming its own nation, and Åland was actually part of Finland at the time. Finland was the only country, when I was in Åland in Finland, they always were really proud. They're the only country, one of the main only countries in Europe that ever took money from us and paid us back. Finland is really proud about that. A lot of people took money during after World War II and never paid the United States back. But Finland did pay us back. They also recently joined NATO, and Åland is part of NATO also. Anyway. Oop, off the carrier. I was trying to land on I've been trying to land on these darn two proud Harriers. Most of the Harriers we sold were to the British, but it is a beautiful plane. It was in the True Lies video, True Lies show where they could make it. It is. We also have the new F-35. Some of the new F-35 can and will do vertical takeoff. Some of the Chinese planes do vertical takeoff. I don't know if there's any Russian planes that can do vertical takeoff. And then the Osprey can do vertical takeoff. So let's look at the Osprey. There, you can actually fly an Osprey in here. And I think it's V22, it says. Now, there is two choices on the Osprey. You can go with the color schemes. You can go with the Marine Corps, like Vance possibly. Or like my brother was in the Marine Corps also, and and then or you can go with the Coast Guard. There is the Air Force, I believe they sold them too, and they did sell them. They do make these in Amarillo, Texas. That's where I grew up. I've been to the factory and I actually saw them being made because my brother was working at the factory and he was learning stuff how to work when he worked for for the Marine Corps to how to service these wonderful aircraft. The only problem I didn't like about the Osprey is it just doesn't have enough weapons, I think. I'd like to mount more weapons to it so it could be more dangerous. And it's a full tilt rotor, so you can, if you want to, you can, if I want to, I can tilt the rotor back and forth. And that's with the D key on this controller. The H key will start the engines. The G key, I don't know what it does. The B key might be the landing gear. No, the landing gear is definitely the A key. A button. And just turn it on. And, you know, we can talk about Donald Trump. Does he use people like, did he have that person assassinate him on the, that during his upcoming, when he became president? Did he go into that guy's mind like the person he did? The voices in my head were from Donald J. Trump. And that guy's torturing me in my mind. And if he's the same, I believe he's the same person, he might have tortured that guy in his mind and said, kill me. Come on, kill me, kill me. And the guy finally got a gun and went out where he was going to tell him where to kill him. And he got killed by the Secret Service because the Secret Service was protecting the former president at the time, Donald J. Trump. But he also killed some people. And if he's an imp, then you can shoot an imp and kill the imp, and the imp comes back. You shoot it again, and he kills him, comes right back. They don't die like us human beings. Looks like for some odd reason my controller is not working. I can get other buttons to work, but my actual throttle is not working. I don't know why my throttle is not working. Let's try resetting. I got the throttle up and going. And this being on the aircraft carrier, there are Ospreys that go on the aircraft carriers. You can use the H key to turn on the propellers or not. It's turn it off or on. Then you turn it on. Let's say we want to tilt to format. Forward wing. We could do that. Tilt it back. This probably would be $1,000 to $1,500 RC helicopter slash device. Maybe helicopter, maybe drone, maybe it would be. I don't want you. It's a Osprey anyway, a V-22. So if we broke it, if you flew it off the side of a, or you crashed it, taking a program like this would cost you $200, and it's in the details. You buy something like this for $200, it pays for it when you learn how to fly one of these things. Anyway, I'm glad everybody watched today. If you can support me and click like and support. If you can check out my other channels on Who Be Michael Goulding. There's possible malware there. Sometimes it works fine on some browsers. Sometimes it doesn't work. I think there's being censored because of freedom of speech. Or you can go to spacesbox.com. Look for my YouTube and links to my podcast. And videos I did for donations. Check that out. This is me. This is an earlier picture, lousy picture of me. These are the links to both to my PayPal donation, to my VR, to my PayPal donate, to the to the links to Patreon membership, and then there's also links to the affiliate offers. I don't know if Donald J. Trump just hates me and he's put an executive order that I don't get any money except for Social Security. I guess he wants me to be reliant on Social Security for the rest of my life. Social Security, I did work, and I didn't get SSI. I got SSDI. And SSDI means that I worked for over 40 years before I got SSI or SDI. And SSDI is different than SSI. These are links to those. I don't know why Donald J. Trump has issues with me. Maybe because he wants to be an overlord and not the president of the United States. He is the president. He serves the people of the United States. He is the vice president Vance is the vice president of the United States. They serve the people of the United States. They serve people like me. I vote, and I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for anybody this last time. But I did vote for Biden before, and I did vote for Trump before that. I did. Anyway, these are just the links. And if you look at my letter to the Republican Party, it says all this. And it also says everything else that I've said before. And if you look at my coverage on my podcast, you will see videos from CES 2026 and CES 2025. And you look at my other channels, there are videos showing that I was media at both events. And the other thing was I was also media recently, TCA. I met some ladies at the event at CES, and they gave me, they asked me to join the TCA group. So the TCA group is in Taiwan. It's another thing like CES. Anyway, this is the Sonic Catholic Church. If you want.
Hi, this is Michael with SpacesBox.com. I've been volunteering at the Sonic Catholic Church pantry for about...
near me. You can also
hey, this is Michael Goulding with
they just have out in the middle of
SpacesBox.com
lake. This is me again. This is Humble Bundle. This is not Humble Bundle. I'm sorry, that's not Humble Bundle. That's Hoobie. It looks like it works fine for me. This is my PayPal, my giving back to other people through charities support through Spaces Box charities. This is the Spaces Box. This is my business card I took to CES 2026. It was off Office Depot. I did get fired from Office Depot for 2 failed surveys. A long story there. If anyone wants to know, just let me know. This Patreon membership. This is the stuff about me being in the outgoing program with the Salvation Army, and then with the Friendship Supportive Care and the Friendship Shelter Inc. locally in California. This is my website again. Shows them all my different links. It doesn't show all the links, but most of them. And this is just different links. And this is that. I'll go over to my scene. This is, I basically pay my bills and live on disability with 198. Says that. And most people read this already. And then these are things that are donated to me. These are the Patreon membership saying I'd love to join, if you can join my Patreon, but if Donald J. Trump or somebody is blocking my membership to Patreon and to PayPal donate and to affiliate offering and affiliate making money from Amazon and making money from anywhere else, then I have to be dependent on Social Security, disability, or I have to go out and get a job. And also, if I'm this other diplomat from this other dimension and they send me money and it's embezzled by the government, I can't use that money to make things happen. I did talk to a creature that did fix some stuff. She fixed the reactor in Japan, and she also fixed the reactor down in by San Diego, and replaced and fixed that reactor so that we can use use it as a nuclear station again. This is spacesbox.com donation request. This is no Patreon support, be the first. No PayPal donation, be the first. No tech services, be the first. All this other stuff, LLC. This is the business card. And the creature did, I wanted the money to go to a foundation. The foundation has like 6 or 7 different things it's wanting to do, or 8 things. It's not American-based foundation. It may be Japanese, or it may be somewhere else, but that's where the money goes. I am part of that foundation, so I will be paid when I work through that foundation. This is the Osprey again, or the video. I can even put myself back on here in a second. Oop, there I am. And this is the...
And who being Michael Goldie. And hi, this is Michael with spacesbox.com. I've been volunteering at the Solana Catholic